see Tempepayo's voice, he would say, "Hello, family." All right. It's amazing. It's amazing to be live again. All right. If you're joining in, just tell us your name and where you are joining from. Your name and where you are joining from. My name is Temitope Ajayi from Nigeria. Tell us your name and where you are joining from. Apologies, I'm a bit upset, but I think we can kick off with today's live. So if you're joining in, tell us your name and where you're joining from. We'll be kicking off shortly. I'm excited for tonight's session. How many of you noticed that I've recently started um, using this particular this brownish image on my post recently? You'll start to see that all of my social media posts, you'd see me on brown shirts. But essentially, I'm trying to build a thing out of it. But let's see how it goes. I mean, I'm still starting out. Also, help us hit 1K subscribers. I know we are still a very green channel. We are still very young. We still have a long way to go. We still have lots of things to learn. But if you are seeing us for the first time, if you are seeing this channel for the first time, help us hit 1K. Please hit that subscribe button and smash that notification bell so you are notified every single time we come online. All right. All right. Let's just keep joining in. Introduce your name. Tell us your name. Tell us where you're joining from. Your name and where you're joining from. We'll be kicking off shortly. I have a very exciting topic to talk about tonight. But tell us your name and where you're joining from. Tell us your name and where you're joining from. Yes, please help us hit 1K subscribers. If you are scrolling through, if you are joining for the first time, help us hit that subscribe button, smash that subscribe button. We want to hit 1K followers. Nice to meet you, Samuel. Samuel from Kenya. Looking forward to seeing your incredible work on AI to date and supporting you further. I'm excited as well. You are mad about AI. I'm very passionate about AI, Samuel. I'm very passionate about AI. I'm really big when it comes to artificial intelligence. And you see, I'll deviate a bit from the subject, but you see, AI has been this do or die thing for me. It has been a part of me for a very some time now, particularly for 2 years. I would share the story. I share the story a lot in some of. I really hope we have sorted this problem. I really hope we sorted this problem. Is it fine now? Okay. Sincere apologies about that. I think internet uh, really wanted to fail us there. Okay. Let me push on. Yeah. So I was sharing a story about myself earlier before the internet got cut off. I was talking about how that I around 2023 when we first had the advent of ChatGPT. ChatGPT had launched there a couple of months down the pipe. We started seeing lots of persons who started taking advantage of ChatGPT. Persons started to use ChatGPT in their day to day in several things like that. And we got to a point. Yes, thank you so much, Tech Field Productions, and thank you so much. All right. So after the launch of ChatGPT back then, we had so many persons who started to use ChatGPT. In fact, my organization then started to adopt ChatGPT, and we started to use ChatGPT in our day to day. But I was a non-believer. I was a stern non-believer because I always felt that how would a software replace me that is a human being? How would a software replace me as a human being? I always did not believe, so I always doubted, and I refused to use AI. I refused to use ChatGPT then. But then I got to realize that many of my friends, many of my colleagues at work started to do their work much faster with AI. These were guys that would sit down with the work for hours, will sit down for a whole day trying to get something sorted. Now, in just 10 minutes, they are telling me that they are done with it. And I'm like, how come? How possible? And then they're like, oh, you can use AI for this, you can use AI for that. I always snubbed it and I didn't want to believe. And eventually, a couple of months down the pipe, it now became something more of a problem for me in the organization, such that it started it started affecting my performance. And you see, one of the things with our adamancy is that we fail to realize what that technology is here to help us to leverage. Technology is here to help us to leverage on, to take advantage of, and to use for our day-to-day processes. I mean, just let's not forget all the technicalities about AI. Let's forget all the technicalities and all the hocus pocus that we talk about. Let's just talk about the real facts. It helps us to get things done even much faster. And I was a stern non-believer of this. I did not use AI, and of course, it affected my performance, and eventually, I was laid off. Due to one or two other conversations, I was laid off and I had to leave the job. Now, since then, it struck a chord in my heart, and I asked myself that how relevant is artificial intelligence in this day and age? Not too long after, I started hearing different stories. There was a particular story I heard of which was very striking for me. There was a graphic designer, more of a contract graphic designer, who used to have several clients, used to have several customers all over the place, from all over the countries, several things like that. She used to have several clients. And all of a sudden, she started losing customers. I heard this story and it got me thinking that this is the same kind of pattern that happens to me, the same kind of pattern that I fell into. And then it became a thing of, man, I don't want people to repeat the same kinds of mistake. And since 2023 till now, I became somewhat of a very studious person, trying to see how people can improve their lives using artificial intelligence. I started to become even more studious, learning about different AI tools, different artificial intelligence tools, the technical side of things, several sides of things, see how we can use AI to improve our lives. And just last year, we launched our startup. The goal for the startup really is that we want to help to create awareness and adoption of artificial intelligence. That's our goal really. So we have several sessions like this. We used to have at least one major training every month where we teach several persons on use of artificial intelligence, on how AI can help benefit you and things like that. Now, I'm not more of the technical side of things. We have other persons for those kinds of things. So if you're talking about the more technical side of things, like say for example, you want to do more complex automations, you want to do a bit of robotics, you want to do some more complex kind of side of things. I'm not much of those, but I've tried to coin a niche that I believe that even businesses and individuals should really leverage artificial intelligence. I mean, beyond what you currently use AI for, which is what we're going to be talking about tonight, beyond what you currently use AI for, I'm a firm believer that AI is capable of much more. AI is capable of much more. In the coming weeks, I think on the 29th of this month, we're going to be hosting our training. It says AI can help you run off of your business, which literally we're going to be teaching you about AI automation and several things that are basic automations that a no-brainer, someone that has very little knowledge about artificial intelligence or little knowledge about technical things can start to use and can start to use uh, things that they can start to do. All right. So several things that they can start to do, they can start to leverage upon and can help to improve their business operations, their business models, and several things like that. We've had several persons, whether in Nigeria, outside Nigeria, who has leveraged artificial intelligence so much. You see, I started hearing stories of teenagers who have started businesses using artificial intelligence. In fact, just here in Nigeria, one of the partners of TAA, we literally got a group of students who she started training on how you can load courses, train on courses and several things. They built all of these things using AI. I have colleagues also who are also consultants at some point or the other, who also help build several kinds of tools. You start to see fancy tools for stock analysis, websites that would originally take lots of money and lots of time. People now literally build this thing up in minutes. Businesses blow up in minutes. And I'm still wondering why people are not taking advantage of it, which really amazes me the most. You see, a couple of days ago, I think sometime last week, Friday, I was in a gathering and we wanted to have a simple design. I mean, we were going through some designs that someone did. And we're like, man, after all this time that you took these designs away, you came up with this is not good, this is not that. How can we get this thing done? How can we get this thing sorted? And I started to look at the designs. I looked at everything from A to Z. And I was asking myself, man, I will do this thing in 5 minutes. In literally 5 minutes, and I have it for you. They didn't believe. right there on the call, right there on the call. I crafted the design. I took the designs. I took some wordings. I combined it together, uploaded it on ChatGPT, and I got the whole page of the design for them, even much more than they expected. And eventually, they could just pick it and use it for what they wanted to use it for. Now, I'm still surprised that many persons what they're using ChatGPT for is to ask silly questions, questions you could easily ask Google, is to Google some answers, try to Google maybe how do I do this or what is the answer to this, what is the answer to that. I'm really surprised that many persons are not taking advantage of some of these things. I was surprised again when I met someone else who she was trying to come up with she was trying to come up with a list of things that she could easily search online. Now she wanted to check up some things online. She was trying to browse a couple of subjects, trying to find some things online, trying to see what she could shop online. And then she was finding it difficult to find the specific item she was looking for. She was finding it difficult to find the specific item she was looking for. She was searching and searching and searching, and she couldn't find those items. She needed to check the reviews. She needed to check what the specifications were, what the product was about, how well the product is, how people use it, several things like that. And she was struggling with these things so much. And I was like, why are you struggling with these things when you can easily use AI to do some of these things? And just there and then, I told her, give me the links to the website that you want to check. She gave me all the links to the website she wants to check. And I pasted it on ChatGPT. I told ChatGPT, extract XYZ for me from these links. Do XYZ, get this for me. Combine it together, put it as a presentable table. I even want you to structure the table in XYZ formats. And in just a matter of minutes, in about 10 minutes, everything she was spending days trying to do, we were able to get it figured out in just 10 minutes. So I'm so much of a firm believer that many of the things that we are really struggling with, I think some persons will start to move away with the wave of time, because there will come a time where persons that are not AI adepts, persons that are not more advanced with AI or the use of artificial intelligence and technology will start to get swept away with some of the new advances we are seeing. You see, many a times we start to see some new areas of technology, some new areas of science and technology that will start to change the way we do things. We'll start to adjust the way we do things. And these things are not far-fetched. In the coming years, we'll start to see some of these things. I've seen AI organizations where someone is just at the center who has the ideology, who has the idea for the business. And we have AI employees, we have AI in operations, AI in marketing, AI in human resources. You would ask me, how would AI do human resources? There are now AI bots, AI tools that can literally interview you. The same way we are talking to each other. There was a friend I was listening to a couple of days ago, and he was telling me about an interview he went for. That they presented an AI to interview them. The AI was very strict and very tough. Unlike humans, where they will have some soft spot and weak spot and things like that. AI interviewed him, and the questions were so tough. Although unfortunately he lost the interview. But the lesson I want to glean from here is that people are now shifting away from using humans for effort, and they are shifting to using artificial intelligence for effort. You start to see all of these things play out. You start to see all of these things play out before our eyes. Many persons are now losing their job. Like myself, I gave the example of myself earlier. People like myself are now losing their jobs because we fail to adopt the use of AI. We fail to adopt the use of artificial intelligence, which is very sad. It's very sad. So think of this conversation more as a rude awakening. Think of it more as some of the capabilities of what AI can do for you, how AI can help you to get your job easier and faster. And it's not like as if these things are rocket science, or these things are hard to learn, or these things are difficult in sense of difficult. These things are out there. These things are out there. I mean, if anybody in 2026 has not heard of what is called ChatGPT, and you are online, then there's something wrong. There's something wrong somewhere. We need to check. Of course, everybody knows what ChatGPT is. You can easily go there. There's a free version. You can easily go there, do one or two things, try to see what you can do. But the truth is that many people are limiting the use of ChatGPT. We're limiting the use of what some of these things can do for us. And that is why one of our biggest advocates is really is to see how we can spread the awareness of these things. How can people be more aware of some of these tools? How can people be more aware of some of these things? How well have you been using it before? How well can you improve? How much more can you improve? Like literally, people are losing their jobs because they are not using artificial intelligence. I told you about myself. I lost my job because I did not use artificial intelligence. People are losing their jobs because they are not using artificial intelligence and technology. Technology that can make their lives even much more easier. And it's a big problem, really. It's a big problem. It's very saddening that you can spend hours and hours on social media, but you can't even spend time practicing how you can get better using technology. Simple technology that is out there. I mean, gone are the days where they say that technology is for tech bros or technology is for more complex people or people that can operate computers. You can press your phone. It's a simple app. I want to type XYZ. You type in XYZ and it gives you a good and accurate result. I'll give us different instances how AI has been transforming the way we do work. AI has been transforming the way we do things. But before I go into the instances, I want to talk some more about the possibilities and the potentials of artificial intelligence in our current day and age. See, if you are not leveraging artificial intelligence, it will come a point where you start to realize that people are now starting to tilt more. Employers are starting to tilt more towards the use of artificial intelligence as opposed to using human beings. Just in February, Squarespace, the former founder of Twitter, he let go about 4,000 staff. 4,000 staff. He has about 10,000 staff and he lets go 4,000. That is almost 50%. That's about 40% of the staff. And what was the reason? He said that AI can now replace the job that they do. You can browse it online. You can check it online. He lets go of about 4,000 staff. We started seeing large trenching. Microsoft did it, Apple did it, Google did it. All of these companies are doing, all of these big organizations are doing this. Why? Because they are starting to leverage the use of artificial intelligence. What one AI can do, about 50 to 100 people will spend a lot of time trying to get that singular thing done. That singular thing done. You see, over the past 6, 7 months since we launched TAA, I've been consulting for several businesses. Specifically, I've been consulting for about 4 businesses. And in my experience with some of these businesses, I mean, literally in front of me, we wanted to employ somebody. We wanted to employ somebody. We already got the offer for that person. We already got, okay, we're going to pay you X amount of money. We're going to do this. We're going to do X Y amount of thing. Just for us to send the letter to say, okay, resume XYZ dates. And we just suddenly thought of it that this thing we are employing this person for, can we do it on AI? And we checked. And lo and behold, AI got it done in seconds. AI got this job done in seconds. And that was how someone lost her job because AI can do what she wanted to do. AI can do what we wanted to employ her to do, and it was very sad. I mean, I couldn't feel sorry for her because I was not the employer. I was not the one trying to employ her for the job. Someone literally wanted to employ her for the job. She would have fed her family, fed her loved ones, gotten a lot out of that money. But then she lost that job because of artificial intelligence could do that job. Because artificial intelligence could do that job in replacement of her, which is really sad. It's really sad. So I emphasize on these things a lot. I emphasize on these things a lot. One of our community members reached out to me a couple of days ago and was talking about how he got an opportunity because he was able to leverage artificial intelligence. And I mean, this is the common story. This is the common story. Now, I'm not saying all of these things to try and preach, there's a lot of bad things going on. No, that's not my point. My point is that we need to start to leverage the use of AI. We need to start to leverage the use of artificial intelligence. Even if you are not technology averse, even if you are not the smartest person, even if you are not the best person using AI or technology, you need to start to learn some of these things. At least bits of these things can start to save you. Now, I'll be talking about some repetitive tasks, some basic things that you are still doing that AI can replace for you. These are small repetitive tasks. I'm going to be telling you these tasks that AI can do for you and AI tools that you can use for these tools, for some of these things. AI tools that you can easily use. Some of them are free and some of them are paid, of course. Some of them are paid. Some of them are paid for because some of the work that they are doing can be very heavy sometimes. So here are some of the things that you are currently doing day to day. You are spending so much effort on. You are repeating these things day to day, and AI can easily replace or take over some of these things. Number one is writing. I don't want to know what kind of writing, whether it's content writing, whether it's caption writing, whether it's SEO writing, whether it's any kind of writing, whether it's book writing, whether it's any sort of writing. In fact, you know that a couple of months back, I got to realize that there's a body that kind of oversees creativity, creatives, persons that write books and stuff like that. And one of the things that they came out with was that they knew that this was now the age of artificial intelligence. I mean, people use artificial intelligence easily to get some of the stuff done. So what they did was that they said you need to combine your creativity with artificial intelligence. And you will still find many persons who will spend months, if not literally years, trying to write something from their head. When AI can write it for you in hours. AI can write it for you in literally hours. Someone came to me a couple of months back and he was like, oh, he wants to write book, but he doesn't know how to go about it. I mean, he doesn't really have the know-how to write books so detailed, writing it so eloquent, and several things like that. He was mostly the kind of person that had the idea. He just had the idea. But how to really put that idea into meaningful context, he had problems with it. And this was a common problems that you would have employed an editor for. You would have employed an editor to help you to edit all of your text and things like that. But he was able to use AI. We used AI, we put it together, we put AI, we used AI, we created an outline, we created the text, we started working on it chapter after chapter, after chapter after chapter. In a couple of hours, we were able to complete about 100 and something pages book in a couple of hours using the creative knowledge that he had. Using the creative knowledge that he had. Although some persons who can't use AI to write it from A to Z, which is very common as well. They'll tell you that they wrote it by themselves, but whereas they use AI to write it. I mean, those persons are there. But really, if you truly want to be creative, all you need is your idea. AI is able to help you expand on your idea. You go through it, you scan it. You see that all of these things aligns with the knowledge that you are trying to pass. It aligns with what you are trying to do. And literally, you have AI doing all of these things for you. I've seen many persons post online and will say how you can use AI to create digital products that you can sell online, how you can use AI to create XYZ that you can sell online. See, let me sell it for you for free. Let me give it for you for free. All of these guys are using AI to create these products. I don't know what products you want to create. You can easily go on ChatGPT right now. Go on ChatGPT right now. Type on ChatGPT, give me digital product ideas that I can create with AI. Give me digital product ideas. Give you at least five. At least five. It starts to give you things like prompt books. It starts to give you things like creative books. It starts to give you things like PDF books, workbooks, and several things like that, so that you can easily start to research on and create with AI. There was a point where I was creating so much of these products, and I just had to put it at one side because I mean it was taking more of my time. That was not what I wanted to focus on. So I had to leave it aside at some point. What is my point? My point is that you can get so much creative with your writing using artificial intelligence, and people are making so much out of these things. People are making so much out of these things. Once you have your products, you package it together, you put it on a site like Seller, or you put it on Amazon KDP, you can put it there and you start to sell. I mean, you literally start to sell. That's how you start to make your money. As simple as ABC. And many persons are still struggling that, oh, I don't know what to use AI to do. I don't know how I can use AI. I don't know how AI can benefit me. I'm trying to make money using AI. These are some of the things that you can use in making money using artificial intelligence. So, are you still writing? Do you love writing? Do you love putting pieces together, notes together, all of these things together? Is your problem how to structure, how to edit, how to put all of these things to make it more creative and more eloquent for persons? I think you can easily start to craft all of these things and use AI to create all of these things and post all of these things online. And if you want to sell, I mean, that's an avenue for you to start making serious money using artificial intelligence. If you are learning, type in there, I'm learning, I'm learning, I'm learning. If you are learning, type in there, I'm learning, I'm learning, I'm learning. Really, I didn't plan for this class. I didn't plan for this live session. But I feel that it's important that many persons realize some of these things so that you're able to know some of the benefits that are in place for you that you are using artificial intelligence right now. I mean, we didn't even come with about productivity. And from productivity, we're able to shift to understand that AI can even help you to start making money, even on the side. So I was talking about different repetitive tasks that you can do on a day-to-day that you can start to make money from using artificial intelligence, or you can just become more productive from using artificial intelligence. Another thing is research. I used to have a small business where what we do majorly is research. What we do majorly in that business is research. I mean, a couple of years ago, I ran a small research. It's mostly for academics. It's only for academic studies for a specific niche in academics. Only science related courses or science related subjects. Now, those days, I would spend days, literally spend days. If I want to put a piece together, a research piece together, I will spend days trying to get information from here. I will download several sources. I have to start to read through one by one. Start to read through, start to pick what is relevant, start to go through all of those things. It will literally take me days to months to piece all of these things together. So it usually takes a very long time. That's what I'm saying in essence. It takes a very long time for me to piece a proper research project together. But nowadays, I realized that there is something called Notebook LM. How many of you heard of Notebook LM? Google's Notebook LM. With Notebook LM, you can start to do massive kinds of research, different kinds of research. You can start to do different kinds of research. What do you need? All you need is a relevant subject. If you have the document, that's fine. If you have a website, that's fine. If you have some information that you can give Notebook LM to read from, that's also fine. But the moment you pick up Notebook LM, you can start to do all kinds of research. Notebook LM scans through all of the resources that you provide for it, whether it's a video resource, whether it's a website, whether it's a whatever resource you provide for it. It scans through everything and it tilts its study, it tilts its research based off what you have provided for it. And if you also do not have a resource, if you don't have anything, that's also fine. Notebook LM will also help you to find some of those resources online. It gets some of those things for you online. It's able to help you to package all of these things together and provide it for you as reasonable research. Now, anything you want to do, you can do it from there. If you want it to craft an introductory session, it can craft it for you. If you want it to extract details of maybe how something happened, when it happened, who it happened to, and several things like that, it will craft everything out for you. In fact, I use Notebook LM sometimes when I'm doing business research, when I'm doing research for other businesses and things like that. So Notebook LM has so much advantage. And I'm wondering how someone will spend so much time and so much money going to go and do research and paying so much money for research when even the person that is doing the research is just using Notebook LM or any AI tool to do some of these things. I was speaking to a friend a couple of days ago, and the goal was to research a particular, I think it was a particular website. It's a very huge website. It's a huge website. If you heard of SEC, Edgar's website on SEC, that's SEC US, OFAC, SEC. So essentially, what they do is that they are a Security and Exchange Commission for the United States. Now, the goal was to research this website. I must tell you, this website is massive. This website is massive. It has so much in it. It has so much embedded in it. There was just so much. We didn't know where to start from. We didn't know where to go through. We didn't know what to check from. And we had very limited time. I think we had about 3 days to complete this research. What did we do? We picked Notebook LM. We carried these links. We pasted it on Notebook LM. And we started searching every single thing that we needed, every information that we needed. We started searching it using Notebook LM. Notebook LM was able to piece and grab all of those information that we need. He pieced everything together. It helped us to make meaning of it. He combined every single information. This is what connects to this. This is what connects to that. He did all of the research for us in just a matter of hours. And we got our documents. The moment we got our documents, we felt that, oh, maybe that document was not fine enough. We wanted to beautify it some more. What did we do? We went on ChatGPT, and we told ChatGPT, this document, help us to format it well, help us to arrange it well, help us to make it look fine and XYZ. And in a matter of minutes, ChatGPT spat out the document. The document was looking really nice. And in just a couple of hours, we got the research that would have taken days. That was so massive, that was so mind blowing, that was so difficult. We got all of that work done in a couple of hours. And someone is asking me how that he can leverage artificial intelligence, or someone is still wasting so much effort trying to do things. You see, there are some things that we do, and I find it silly, really. I find it silly that you are still doing some of these things by yourself. As long as it involves you on a computer, or on the phone, or on a website, or creating a document, or creating a design, or creative generally, there's nothing you cannot achieve. As long as you have the idea, you can definitely do some of these things on artificial intelligence and become very creative on artificial intelligence. I've had many persons approach me to say that, oh, artificial intelligence is all good, it makes the work done easier and faster. But now the problem is that artificial intelligence cannot replace human creativity. Yes, artificial intelligence does not replace human creativity. But now the problem is that how many companies are willing to wait so long for human creativity to manufacture itself? Let's ask ourselves the solid question. How many companies, how many businesses are willing to wait 5, 6, 7 months for someone to be so creative, comes up with such big an idea that is very scarcely very few of them are willing to wait that long. Many businesses are looking to churn out information, are looking to churn out their products time after time, in a matter of months, in a matter of weeks. They're looking to churn out products because they have lots of competition. People are getting to the markets faster. The faster you are, the faster you are able to make money and acquire more customers. So what do? You start to leverage things that can help you improve speed, help you improve productivity, and things that can take time. You try to put them to the back. That is why you are finding so much strangeness or so much hardship in the labor force. That are finding so much hardship in this current day and age. This is one of the major problems that many persons do not realize yet, but it's a serious problem that we should start to realize. Now, what's the next one I have here? I'll just spend a few minutes on this one. And I wrote here, I said AI for emails. AI for emails. I would share a story with us. You see, uh, when I was at my former place where I told you I had to leave, I used to spend hours, literally spend hours writing emails. Why? Because if you're someone that works in a professional setting, you realize that sometimes emails can be so problematic. Sometimes you want to write good morning and you mistakenly type good morning, like morning. Sometimes you want to type good evening and you type something else. Sometimes you have typed the entire text only for you to start proofreading and you see that there's lots of errors, lots of things that don't make sense. Your grammars are all over the place, everything is all scattered. It used to be something really problematic, and before I knew it, people started writing AI, people started using AI to write emails. And AI writes the email, crafts it for you, gives you everything very clear and smooth. It passes your message in a matter of minutes. So you are still one of those persons writing emails with your head. I think you start to switch and make changes. The next one is AI for social media. And I'm a big advocate for this one, AI for social media. Now, I was speaking to someone a couple of months back, and she was telling me about her business, how that she just started her business. She was someone that had very low cash. I mean, she was just trying to put together some money to try and start running her business. So she didn't have so much money for branding. She didn't have so much money for getting designers, and the cost was so high. Imagine calling a design for her about 10,000, 5,000, and which is very justified. I mean, those guys have to make their money. But she didn't have all of those money, and she had difficulties trying to get her content out there or trying to get information about her business out there, which was very problematic. It was very problematic for her. What did she do? When she came to me, all I told her was, see, as long as you have AI, I mean, you have free versions of ChatGPT, you have free versions of Gemini, you have the idea that you want to craft in your head, then you have all your problems solved. All you need to do is to learn how to prompt properly, how to create proper prompts. Now, what social media post do I want to do? What does he want to apply to? What message does he want to speak to? What are the XYZ? Define all of those things. Give it to ChatGPT. ChatGPT create a prompt for me, a design prompt for me that can help me to get XYZ design. I carry my prompt, I paste it on Gemini. Gemini spits out a very intuitive design for me. Since then, she has been changing designs every single week. She has been changing designs every single week. In fact, sometimes she even shifts and starts to do video content for her social media page. You see, I'm particular about this one because there are several small business owners who are not able to get some of these things in place. They are not able to afford some of these things. They are struggling because they're not able to get their content out there. Most of the time, it's not because they don't want to, it's mostly because they don't have the capacity. And with just the advent of artificial intelligence, you can start to get some of these things out there and get it out there very seamlessly. You can start to get it out there very seamlessly. I see someone saying, I would like to learn this. Amazing. I mean, you can learn online or you can follow on our courses. We also have the AI for business growth community, but that's on the side. That's on the side. That's not the subject for today. But my point is, people are leveraging artificial intelligence for social media. Whether you want to strategize, whether you want to whatever it is you want, whether you want to strategize, create content, create posts, create captions, create your marketing calendars, create whatever it is you want to create on social media. As long as it is something you can create on AI, it solves the problem. It solves the problem. So instead of wasting days and months trying to craft content, trying to craft an idea, trying to come up with a brain wrecking idea or a groundbreaking discovery, you can easily use ChatGPT, come up with multiple ideas, and develop all of these things and post all of these things online. That's how you can start to replace social media. I mean, I'm not saying social media handlers should not. I mean, you guys should do your work really. You guys should do your work really. Yes, I even forgot to mention. I think the person that I mentioned the business earlier that was about to employ someone and had to fire the person. The reason why they had to fire the person was because they realized that some of the things that she wanted to do, which was content, that is my point. They fired someone or they refused to give someone a job because they could use AI to do content. And what AI tool was that? We're using Claude, Claude. Claude is very crazy. Claude is very crazy. Claude is very crazy. If you are a developer that are head of Claude, you would know how brain wrecking Claude can be, how massive Claude can be. Claude literally replaces all of the work that you are doing. It literally replaces everything. I mean, I've used Claude to literally do crazy things I can't start to explain. You can use Claude to go into a particular software or go and check inside multiple softwares. Depending on whatever instructions you give Claude, Claude has become an agent. For those that know what AI agents are, Claude is an agent that you can tell specific instructions. If it's just chatbots now, you just need to chat with them. Tell it to do this, it does it. Tell it to do that, it does it. But Claude is an agent that can perform multiple actions over time. No, it's CLAUDE. CLAUDE. That's Claude. So Claude is an AI agent that can perform multiple actions. Literally, people use Claude for crazy things. I was hearing someone who literally used Claude to make his purchase. It's very crazy. This man uses Claude to make his purchase online. Now, the problem was that you have several suppliers. You have several suppliers in businesses. Now, you don't know which suppliers are good. We don't know the reviews of the suppliers. We want to be able to keep abreast of some of these things. So, what did this person do? This person used Claude as an agent that every X amount of time or every specific amount of time, maybe say once in a week, once in a month, or several things like that, I want you to go and check all the suppliers in this region. He noted the region there. Say Lagos, Nigeria, say New York, say New Jersey, wherever. He noted the region. I want you to check all the suppliers of this product. Check their websites. Check everything about them. Check their reviews, check their products, check their pricing, check everything about them. Now, once you check everything about them, based on that decision, now decide who you want to buy from. Let me know the person you want to buy from and buy from the person. Not just buy from the person, try and see if you can bargain the price from the person. Literally, Claude makes purchase. He makes purchases for the owners, which is very mind blowing, really. It amazes me. Claude helps you to pay for your Netflix. Claude helps you to pay for your Google subscriptions, your cloud subscriptions, your data subscriptions. He pays for all of those things. He monitors every single thing you have been doing. How much do you spend on data? How much do you spend on XYZ? He monitors all of those things. Using that information, he's able to make those decisions for you. It's very crazy, and this is what people are building out there. I had a friend a couple of months back. She was telling me about an AI agent that she built that literally tracks all of her activities. How much time do you spend alone? How much time do you spend talking to customers? How much time do you spend talking to your team members? How much time do you spend talking to XYZ persons? Now, once you gather all of these things, now tell me, how productive am I? How well am I getting my job done? And she uses this data, she uses this information to track herself, to try and monitor herself and see if she's getting the job done or she's not getting the job done. That's how crazy people are. That's how crazy artificial intelligence has gotten to. So if you are still thinking that, oh, artificial intelligence is still chat with ChatGPT or chat with AI, tell AI a question, answer the question, you are still part of the 90% of people, the 90% of the masses using AI that don't know what you are doing with artificial intelligence. If you are learning something tonight, type I'm learning, I'm learning, I'm learning. If you're learning something tonight, type I'm learning, I'm learning, I'm learning. Amazing, amazing. I've been seeing lots of comments. I've been seeing lots of comments. Give me 1 second. I'm seeing lots of comments from several persons. If you're learning, type I'm learning, I'm learning, I'm learning. If you're learning, type I'm learning, I'm learning, I'm learning. All right, amazing, amazing. Yes, please, like I've been saying, we want to hit 1K subscribers. We want to be able to reach out to more persons. We want to be able to communicate the use of artificial intelligence, the use of all of these things, and also the other arm of our channel is also to try and communicate our values, our growth, decision making, and a bunch of those other things that can help to develop business owners, young persons in their 20s and their 30s. So help us to hit 1K subscribers. Help us to hit 1K subscribers on YouTube. So if you are following us for the first time, or you are listening to this live for the first time, please smash that subscribe button. Smash that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you are notified every single time we come online. So help us hit 1K followers. Please, guys, please. Help us hit 1K subscribers. If you have your friends, if you have some persons joining you from wherever, you can also share with them. Tell them to help us hit 1K subscribers. It will really go a long way for us. I mean, we're still a really small channel. We've never hit 1K subscribers yet. Help us hit 1K subscribers, guys. Help us hit 1K subscribers. And thank you so much. It will help us. It will really help us to hit more, reach out to more people, meet more people, and get lots of things done even much faster. So thank you so much, guys. Back to my subject. I have two more things that you can use AI to do or that you are not doing and AI can do for you. And the first one is AI for admin work. I ask people that, do you know that artificial intelligence can do administrative work for you? And they are most surprised that, administrative work. I mean, administrative work involves me managing documents, managing XYZ. Do you know that we Google Gemini because Google's Gemini is very powerful such that it's connected to Google, and Google now connects it to Google Drive, Google Drive, Google Sheets, Google Word, and all of those things. So it's basically interconnected. So anything you are doing on Google Gemini, it also can reflect in your Google Drive and several things like that. Another tool like that is Copilot. Copilot belongs to Microsoft. If you're familiar with Microsoft, you know that they have Teams, they have Outlook, they have SharePoint, they have all of those things. Most of them are mostly paid versions, anyways. But then with Copilot, you can easily connect to all of these things. You can manage administrative tasks from your Copilot chat. From Copilot chat, you can say, okay, manage these documents, bring this document, bring information from here, extract details from here, create these details, manage these details, send this to this person, send that to that person, forward this to this person, send me back the results, send me back the this, tell this person to sign and review, tell that person to sign and review. After they sign and review, send it back to me, or send an email, or several things like that. Hey, Montlag, thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining in. Nice having you here. So please, if you're just joining in, you can let us know your name and where you're joining from. And also, please help us to hit 1K subscribers. So please smash that subscribe button. All right, so I was talking about Copilot and how that Copilot can help you to do several kinds of things. I mean, Copilot can help you to do several kinds of things when it comes to administrative tasks. So there are several other AI tools that are more of agents. They are connected to, yes, I'm from Nigeria. I'm from Nigeria. My name is Tim Tokwe from Nigeria. All right, amazing. I'm a bit distracted, don't mind me. So, several other AI agent tools that can help you to do several other things like that. They get all of those kinds of job done. They get all of those things done, and it makes your work easier and faster. It eases you from lots of stress. So several times where you find many persons who are trying to get stuff done, you can easily use AI agents for this administrative process. I mentioned Copilot. I mentioned Copilot. I mentioned Google Gemini. These two guys are actually paid versions. You can't use them on the free version. You can't use some of these services on the free version. But if you have the paid version, you can easily take advantage of some of these things. For developers, for software developers, apologies. Okay, I'll speak a little bit slow. Apologies, I just naturally speak really fast. But yes, I was talking about that for developers, for software developers, or different kinds of developers, of course. Developers are developers, software developers, AI developers, and all of them. They mostly use co-pilots, maybe say connect it to their GitHub or connect it to whatever tools that you are using. And I mean, currently where I'm working at, we have this Teams Copilot subscription where every single person subscribes to Copilot and they're able to use Copilot for all of their different development work, whether you're building documentation. So what I'm saying in essence is that professional settings, professional work can now be done with AI. AI does and handles all of these things seamlessly, and it has become an end-to-end process. End-to-end process. You see, there's coming a point where AI starts to replace every single operations for businesses. AI will replace every single operation that businesses are having. So whether you are a small business owner, a medium scale business owner, an enterprise business owner, AI starts to replace all of those things. So I really think that all those trenching of employees, all those letting go of several employees, it has still not ended. There's still so much more that would be done. There's still so much more companies that would let employees go even before the end of this year. I mean, many persons are in threat of their jobs, and it's important that you start to leverage on artificial intelligence tools just to help you to keep your wits together. And even for some persons who are mostly freelancers, you realize that now they have to use AI tools just to get customer deliveries faster. I mean, I work with a bunch of freelancers on Upwork. I work with a bunch of them. There was one designer, a UI UX designer, who we had to let go. We had to let go of this UI UX designer because we realized that all of the designs he was giving to us, we can easily do it on Claude. Claude does it for us, and Claude gets the job done even faster. I mean, in a matter of minutes, Claude ships out all of the designs that he spends days, and he charges a lot of money from us. So he he got all of these things up. We had to let him go eventually. Unfortunately, we had to let him go, and we could not move on with that transaction. Okay, say you're traveling the world by car Nigeria to visit. I hope soon. Yes, of course, of course. No problems at all. I mean, when you're in Nigeria, you can hit me up privately. Whenever you're in Nigeria, we can definitely connect at some point. Amazing. All right. So several administrative work has been replaced by the use of artificial intelligence. And I just mentioned about this person. He's a designer, and unfortunately, we had to let him go. And several other persons like that, several kinds of persons like that, we have to let them go. We're looking to employ an SEO expert before. But we realized that for SEO experts, we can easily get some of these SEO configurations we need from Claude. Claude can get the job done, do everything we want to do, and gets it done faster and better for us. And eventually, we use Claude for these things. Claude was able to help us get the job done faster. We got it done faster. We didn't need to employ anybody. We didn't need to waste time. We didn't need to waste time and energy trying to get stuff done. We didn't need to spend excess money. And we just got it done with our same Claude subscription. I'm not saying that Claude is the best, but I mean, I use Claude a lot. And if you use Claude, you realize how very useful Claude has been. And finally, AI helps you to learn faster. And trust me, this is a big one. This is a big one. I'm someone who is very big on studying. I mean, I believe that you need to create so much value. You need to create so much value. And how can you get value? You get value by reading books. And I'm so big on books. I'm really big on books. A couple of years back, when I couldn't afford physical books, I couldn't afford hard copy books. I used to have lots of soft copy books on my phone. And eventually, when I could afford books, I started getting books. And I realized that I can read my books even better using artificial intelligence. I can learn even faster using artificial intelligence. I have dedicated times towards reading books. And when I start to read my books, I realize that sometimes I stumble upon some information that are new to me, information that I don't understand, details that I don't understand. What do? I simply go online. I go on ChatGPT rather. I ask ChatGPT, okay, give me context based on the context of this XYZ book. Let me know what he's talking about in here XYZ. Give me more details on this. Do some research online. Get me some more details. And even while I'm reading, I'm doing some research. I'm learning faster. I'm learning a lot. I'm getting lots of values. And it almost seems like as if my learning pace has more than doubled. And it's the fact, I mean, I'm able to do these things with AI. I'm able to get it done faster with AI. You see, AI has now come to replace even our Google search engines. Usually, if you have a difficult subject, you search it, you start to research, check different websites, check different sites, check different pages, trying to get more details about that particular thing. But now I can easily use AI. I can easily use ChatGPT or whatever AI tool I'm using. I can easily search on it, check the details I need, check the information that I need, and I get all of these things done in a matter of minutes. I learn better, I do better, and I don't spend as much effort as I would have spent. I mean, who would still waste time trying to get something when you can easily leverage AI? Leverage is the word. Leverage is the word. If you want to get anything done better, you need to leverage. Leverage, leverage, leverage. And that's what artificial intelligence has come to do. It has come to help you to leverage the things that you are doing. So I don't know if you are a career person, whether you are in tech, whether you are not in tech, whether you are in AI, whether you're not learning AI, whoever you are, whatever you are doing right now, it's important that you start to pay more attention to artificial intelligence. I mean, even if you are a student, you are an older person, a younger person, your middle ages, start to pay attention to AI. I mean, it's starting to change the way businesses will operate. It's starting to change the way we would operate. It's starting to change our culture. Many of us saw when we were much younger, we used to have these futuristic films like Tron, um, several other movies like that. I can't remember their name off my head. But we used to have all of those movies where we'd see artificial intelligence, we'll see androids, we'll see artificial intelligence literally controlling your house, telling you what to do. I mean, that was the imagination of many persons many years ago. And gradually now, we're starting to make those imaginations a reality. That is the age we are entering into. That is the time we are entering into. Whether you like it or not, the world will change. I mean, when vehicles and aeroplanes and automobiles came in, people did not believe, people did not want to accept it. People always felt attached to their horses, they felt attached to their donkeys, their carts, their carriages. But eventually, the world had to accept it at some point. I think the world would eventually accept artificial intelligence at some point. Whether we like it or not, every single person would accept it. And those persons that are used to it, those persons that are learned, are the persons that would better take advantage of it. Those are the persons that would